The death toll in Tuesday's fire at the Afriland Towers on Broad Street in Lagos has climbed to 11. United Capital has confirmed that it lost 6 employees to the fire outbreak. The Lagos State government says the failure of mechanical and human elements combined to worsen the incident. Now, government officials say, contrary to reports, its emergency officials responded on time and took charge to effectively curtail the situation. Now, as the death toll rises in Lagos building fire, I'm joined now by Tim Iwu. He's the president, Institute of Safety Professionals of Nigeria. Thank you so much for joining us on Newsnight tonight. I mean, this fire outbreak at the Afriland building has been described as one fire or one incident too many. In the same week, we had the Mandela situation and then Afriland Tower. This incident does raise the question of negligence and fatal safety gaps, doesn't it?
It is. It has exposed the level of vulnerability. We have a situation where people were rescued or people rescued themselves under very critical circumstances. People were seen jumping from window, supported by ladders, some landing into mattresses. That is most unconventional. And we know quite well that the whole incident, the cause of this incident and everything has been so sketchy. There's no clear description of how it started and how we got to where lives were lost. And we, from the Institute of Safety Professionals of Nigeria, we actually sent our incident investigation team to that place, but you were not free to meet who will volunteer information. Of course, we didn't expect much at that point where the level of trauma was high. And then a lot of people were involved in taking photographs instead of actually giving direct support to the emergency services and first responders who were able to get there on time.
Really, really unfortunate. I mean, when you underscore that point, you know, that people were more interested in taking photographs than helping. Now, the Lagos State government says the failure of mechanical and human elements combined to worsen the incident. Exactly what does this mean? What should be our understanding of this statement from the Lagos State government?
I think the government was trying to use some technical language there, mechanical and human factors recording failure at that moment. Invariably, the human factor there is humans doing what they should do, and there was failure in that aspect. And mechanical factors could be like using of those automated systems, hydraulic systems, to get to the escape points on the windows and allowing people come out. Maybe some of those systems, those things have not been tested. You see, preparedness has to do with drills. And when you keep some of these equipment for a long time and waiting for the day of actual emergency, you may actually record this type of failures. And when the human beings who are supposed to be operating this very equipment are as dormant or resting as the equipment itself, on the day of serious emergency, this type of failure cannot be unexpected. So we think the government said exactly what happened. But in a language that is not easily assimilated, or in a manner that the vocabulary used could not convey the government's meaning clearly to the public. But that's exactly what happened.
Now let's talk about safety preparedness in public and private facilities or buildings like this one, a 6-story building that caught fire through what we hear is an inverter that exploded in the basement. In facilities like this, what kind of safety precautions really should be in place, to prevent this kind of situation where you have high fatalities?
It's very unfortunate, very sad indeed. We got to know some of the persons who died. It's very sad. Really, if you look at it, you cannot expect effective safety management when the persons involved or saddled with the responsibility of ensuring safety or safe operations within a facility are not safety professionals. Safety has been so trivialized to the extent that anybody can just be appointed internally, say you are in charge of safety. Maybe he's a facility manager, and they say he combines safety. Safety is not just about the absence of harm. It's about the capacity to put all the factors that involve identifying hazards, putting measures and actions in place to mitigate or prevent, as the case may be, at the appropriate time. And being available and capable is another thing. So who is in charge? Who would have done a risk assessment? An inverter battery exploded also, or whether it's just the terminal that burnt and spread the fire. Somebody would have known when an inverter lifespan had expired, and when overloading would lead to sparking or arcing that could lead to heating up of combustible materials within the place. Housekeeping, good housekeeping, involves keeping all combustible materials clear from such areas. But if you enter some of these places, you see that some cleaners, workers in all those levels, they dry their dresses around the inverter. They keep a whole lot of things there. So fire, we in the safety profession, we consider fire as a living thing. Right. And once fire has started, it becomes hungry. And every combustible material becomes food for the fire. And once it starts eating this food, it starts growing. So that's what happened.
Thank you so much. Yes. Tim Iwu is the President, Institute of Safety Professionals of Nigeria. Thank you for joining us on News Night.